first of two hot new Peugeots. The first of them is the new 206 GTI. It's 180 brake horsepower, which is quite a lot in a small car. 14,995 quid, which isn't bad. That is a hot little car. The second one, I can't quite understand this. It's a 206, it's another GTI, it's only the 138 brake horsepower one, slightly less powerful, but you'll notice it's an estate. A little tiny estate car. Now, that to me is pointless. More than that, it's a tragedy. I just can't see why you'd need that in your life.
That's what the French call idiotique.
Yes. Don't get it, don't like it.
I like it.
Why?
I like it because the 206 is a good car, we all agreed?
Yeah, it is.
It's good hatch.
206 is a good car, you put a peppy little engine in it and there's space for your dog.
No.
You can get your dog in a hatchback.
No, you can't. What if you've got a big dog, it won't go in a 206?
No, hang on. A dog is for life. If you've got a big dog already, you specify a big estate car, a Volvo, yeah?
He's right.
If you've already got a small car, you get a small dog, like one of those mutant things that comes third at Crufts.
My point is that if you had a dog and you needed the space, I think that's great.
Not if you're British, because we like dogs.
Yes.
But actually, it's a French car, and they can get a red setter in the back of a Renault 5. I've seen it. And they crush it in so tightly that it actually looks like a photograph of a dog stuck on the window rather than a real dog inside the car.
I consider myself outvoted then.
Yeah.
Peugeot 206, GTI estate, silly car.
Very silly.
Silly car.
Good news for film buffs who like cars. We all like films, we all like cars. The Italian Job, probably one of the greatest films for those of us who love cars. There's going to be a new one. There's a remake coming up. The Americans are doing this one.
Oh, God.
Yeah. There are going to be a few differences. First of all, the previous one was shot in Turin.
Yeah.
Beautiful Italian city. The new one is going to be shot in the beautiful Italian city of Los Angeles, which
Right.
technically isn't Italian, of course.
No.
Well, hang on then. If it's not in Italy, is it going to be called The Job?
It doesn't actually specify that there's going to be a job.
Right,
as
so it's
such.
The. Out now, The.
And who are they going to get to play Michael Caine?
Well, probably Vin Diesel. He's doing everything else, isn't he?
Because who did they get to do the remake of the Get Carter?
Stallone.
It was Stallone, wasn't it? You can't have him going, oh, you asked me to blow the bloody doors out.
Never work.
The other thing about the Italian Job is, you know, when it ends and the bus is sort of teetering on the brink of disaster, and then Michael goes, I've got a great idea.
Yeah.
If it's an American, it won't be a great idea, will it?
No, that's true.
They'll just be rubbish, and then there'll be a huge explosion in which some British people will be killed by accident, and then Tom Cruise will come down in a parachute.
Yeah.
And it'll be a rubbish film.
Yes.
What else have we got in the news? Since we're not going... Are we going to bother going to see that? Probably not. If you see a film coming to your cinema just called, what did you say it was? The. Exactly. Don't bother. New cars, since we've been off air. Renault Kangoo. Anyone interested in that? I am. £9,100. It's a van with windows, a bit like the Citroën Berlingo, a little bit more expensive than the Berlingo for reasons that aren't immediately apparent. Quite like those cars, actually. They're all right. Saab 9-3 convertible. Basically, they've taken a tin opener to the 9-3, which I think I'm right in saying is a Vectra. You're the big expert on this, aren't you? Is it a...
It is a Vectra, but it's got a Saab badge on it.
Right, so
And
if you
some
want a...
slightly more rounded bits.
Yeah, convertible Vauxhall Vectra, there you are. Can't think why. All those people who write in and say, you're only interested in expensive cars, you're damn right. The new Lamborghini Diana. This has got a V10 5-litre... I'm going to have to go to the lavatory if I have to say V10 5-litre engine again. 500 brake horsepower. Fantastic-looking thing. It's going to be on sale in Britain, I think, later this year. Prices are anticipated to be around £120,000. So it will be competing with the Ferrari 360. And actually... If its big brother, the Murcielago, is anything to go by, that will be, because they're owned by Audi now, aren't they?
They are.
That will be a stonking good car.
I think they're going to have a problem with that. We've had this mystery fax, OK? Came to the office, some telephone numbers, and a picture.
Yes.
What would you say that was?
It's a Lotus Esprit.
Yeah, it's a Lotus.
Anybody else?
What is
Lotus
that?
Esprit? Yeah? Now, this has actually come from the manufacturer. When
From
you ring
Lotus?
from Lotus, when you ring the number, they will say to you, "What's that picture that's come through on your fax machine?" And you'll say, "Oh, that's the Lotus Esprit." And the reason they're doing that is because they want to prove that this is their shape and then copyright it.
How can they do that?
Well, we can ensure they don't, okay? If you get one of these on your fax machine, ring the number, and when they say, "What's that picture?" you say, "That's a piece of double Gloucester." That way, every time somebody buys a Ferrari or a Lotus or what was the other one? A Lamborghini, or indeed a Seat, if they ever get around to building this thing, it's more money in royalties for Britain's beleaguered cheesemakers. It's good news for UK
Good point.
PLC.
Good point.